welcome to another useless video on the channel NotTwo. Before we go into conversation with Frank, which was hilarious for some apparent moments, I want to share something. It's a bit of a response on some mails and reactions through social media and stuff. You don't have to believe one single word that's being shared here. So it's very, very, very simple. You don't have to believe any of this. So is that simple or what? It has nothing to do with if you believe this or not. It's really not the case. So there is no higher truth. There is no special, hidden, whatever thing you're looking for. There is no hidden reality either. So this doesn't come from a belief system. This really, what you see as a person, I really don't know what this is. So this can be learned. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a response that seems to be coming out apparently. And so if you believe this or not, it probably won't change anything, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to change anything. So it's not about believing something. It's not about a certain state. It's not about achieving something. It's not about a philosophy. It's just basically the end of all the things I've just mentioned before. You could say it's energetic. So there's an attraction or a resonance to this or not. Who will tell? So that was the story, what I want apparently to share with you guys. Now it's time to get into the conversation with Frank. So roll the intro.
3, 2, 1.
NotTwo. There's no you in it.
Already NotTwo.com.
Voilà.
Got
It has started.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That was a great chat.
Yeah, that was it. We can already put it on stop.
Yeah.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, the record has started now, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're on. It's live action.
Yeah, it is. Now you have to be very careful with the words, apparently.
Oh yeah. It's the huge audience, people getting offended. Yeah.
The millions and millions of viewers are who are going to watch this. Yeah.
I should just throw a few fucks in then just to set the tone so people can just switch off. You know.
Yeah. But then we can cheer. That's great. If you throw some
you've got sound effects.
Yeah, I have apparently.
Oh, I like that now. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can borrow one if you want.
Where have you got that? What's that? What is that?
It's a mixing table with some music or sound pads in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can just. Yeah, right. I really yeah. Can you can't show me it? You can't pick it up? No.
No, it's a lot of cables. But,
yeah, whatever. Okay. So is that from your DJing days that you have that sort of gear?
No, it isn't. No.
Oh, right. Okay.
It was just very easy to record things for adjusting your mic and your voice separately. Otherwise, you have no control of it in Zoom. So
right. Yeah. Okay, so that's linked in, right?
Yeah. So it's easy, one could say. So you can use some effects if you want to.
NotTwo. There's no you in it.
Oh Jesus!
This is for the introduction.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'd just be pressing all those buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we already said hi before the recording, of course, but
Yeah.
it's great to see you.
Likewise, yeah.
It's
likewise,
nice. It's really nice because we talked a few times before. It's the first time with some vision.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about fitness and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's with vision and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, Frank, for the people who are not familiar with you or with the name Frank McCaughey, do I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, McCaughey.
that's
Frank is fine. Yeah.
very difficult. So we,
Yeah.
so it will be your first name. Yeah, just Frank.
Frank is great. Yeah.
All right. So you're talking also about this. Seems to be right.
Apparently, yeah. That seems to be
This, which is undivided, unknowable, already not two.
Yeah. Seems to be something that I have sort of a passion. I've had a passion for a good while, and the passion kind of came across in sort of questions and in videos and podcasts, and now it seems the passion is coming across in sort of talking and sharing, and so I hold meetings and from time to time online and sometimes in rooms, and yeah, it seemed to just happen, and talking about just this, yeah. The elephant in the room.
Is it the
elephant
one?
in the room is the room
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of amazing, really. Yeah. It's called non-duality. If it's called anything. But yeah. That's a great intro, isn't it? Is that?
It is. It is. Yeah. Do you need some applauding for that?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay then.
Woohoo! Yeah. I have a website called unknowing.life, and on there are some words, and then lots of videos, and then just information on meetings, and recently published a book, so that's on there too. The book is called Unknowing.
Yep. That really says it all.
It does, yeah. Yeah.
I will put your link for the website, because everything is on the website, I guess.
Yeah, there's loads on the website, lots of words and lots of videos, and then there's the YouTube channel, which is lots and lots of stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So I will put it in the description of this video.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Nice.
So people want to find out more about what you're saying. Of course, it isn't from knowledge. That's maybe one of the things that an apparent person can't really understand. It seems to be sometimes that you know something that they don't, but it isn't that way, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it is utterly still wonderfully rare, because it's not about anything that can be learned. It's not about knowledge, and it's not about information, and it's not useful. But it's about aliveness, really, and what can be said about aliveness? Well, actually, whatever appears to be said is aliveness. So it's not about a thing. It's about saying it's the alive electricity of just talking appearing to happen, with any prescription, without any advice, but I suppose the suggestion is radical. Like, the suggestion is utterly radical in the meetings, which is that there isn't you and life, there's just life. So it is a radical, ever new, it's just an amazing it's an amazing, in a world of people and knowledge and information and knowing and me and the world, the suggestion being made at the meetings that all there is just life, not you and life. And out of that comes questions, and it seems like there's a resonance to this sort of communication that's nothing to do with this bespeckled hat wearing human being. It's nothing to do with what I about anything, but there seems to be a resonance to this sort of free, wild communication, and it is utterly free and wild and new and fresh, in that it's non-prescriptive and non-anything at all, and it's just something that appears to happen, and sort of unbelievably amazing that this dickhead here appears to talk about it. You know, that's kind of mind blowing, really.
Without any reason.
No, but then nothing has any reason. But it seems like in the meetings they're sort of exposed. It's really exposed. The agendalessness is really comes to the front very quickly. So there's sort of an introduction given at the start, and thereafter, really, it's a sort of deconstruction of everything, and I think somebody could turn on the meetings and go, "Holy fuck, this is paint drying," and somebody else can just go, "This is the most amazing thing ever. It's wonderful," because it's so agendaless. It's impossible to say, really. And it seems like also it's for the very rare few that are taken or grabbed, or it's grabbed hold of, you know, that this communication seems to grab hold and not let go. Now, and it seems like that, like you could try your best to forget about this suggestion, or, you know, you could try and say, well, I'm never going to come to another meeting or not read another book about this area, but good luck with that as well. And it just seems like the rare few doesn't make it special or anything like that. It just seems like it can't be let go of. And I kind of find that really peculiar. That's not a doing. You could try, and of course this communication, like really what we're talking about is just ordinary this aliveness, right? Talking, and the suggestion being made that there isn't you in life, there's just life, or there's just you and what is, there's just this isness, and that can't be known. That's the suggestion. And then thereafter and if it was just about those words, if it was just about a few sentences like, oh, there's no you, you know, if it was just about those sentences, then it would be let go of. It would be, okay, I know this now, I get what he's talking about, I'm going to move on. But
I know it's unknowable.
Yeah, I know that it's unknowable. I've got it, and I'm going to. But because it's not like that. It seems like it's grabbed hold. You were apparently grabbed hold of, and it's not let go. It's not, and you can't let go or not let go, and you can't give it up or not give it up. You can't forget about it either, too, which is it's sort of kind of interesting. It's sort of you can't forget about this suggestion here that there's just this. This is the timelessness. This is boundlessness. This is edge of everything. This and that is not about those sentences. It's energetically felt, this aliveness. What we were talking about before we pressed record. This electric aliveness.
Was the best stuff.
Yeah, that was the real good shit. The amount of applause, I deserved all the applause for that. But it's just this electrical free. Yeah. This electrical free aliveness can't be mimicked. And it's not then about sentences. It's not about knowing. I don't know. It's not about anything at all, actually.
No, it isn't. Yeah, there can be that attraction to it. So that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's called resonance. Resonance is sort of another word. Yeah, but I don't know.
Or a resonance or whatever you. But yeah, it's like it's something is drawing that. Yeah, can't explain.
Yeah, it is kind of it's wonderful that it can't be let go of really yet. It's because if there was such a thing as a person, it kind of really exposes that as well. As much as the person might think, God, I love these meetings and I'm really interested in them and I'm interested, you're not really, because there's really nothing in this for you, and so it exposes that really there already there is no person, because if there was a person, they wouldn't be interested in this. They want to be off there doing their 10 steps and doing their meditation to get somewhere, to get to a better this, like, because and I find it kind of wonderful, really. Yeah, you just can't be let go of. I mean, of course, some people will hear it and just go, right, well, I won't be listening to that fucking shit ever again. But for the unfortunates, for the rare unfortunates, and unfortunates, it seems like, because you end up you start talking to your friends about it and they go, oh God, please don't let him talk about this again. And let's just end this conversation. Mental note: never ask Frank about non-duality again.
or we lost him for a few hours.
Yeah.
It's a great topic if you're going out to a pub.
Yeah, if you want to empty the pub, start talking about.
Or you want to pick up a fight. Hey, you are
There's
there
no
anymore.
one in the pub here. Yeah. There's no one in the pub. Isn't that amazing? It's all just appearing to happen.
Yeah. Would be great.
Yeah.
Or not. Yeah, it can be very confronting also when someone came across or does come across this message, and at the same time there's also the beauty of it, that everything is already like it is. It's also, that's the other part of the same coin for
I think it is absolutely confronting. Yeah, I mean, it's for the person in some ways. I nearly enjoy more hearing people say, this is fucking disgusting. I hate what you're saying. I hate it. And because it is utterly, it's wild and free, and it doesn't give a shit and doesn't placate. It's deeply, wonderfully impersonal. It's not about your goals and your dreams and your aspirations, and yet appears to include all those. But it doesn't give. It's deeply, wonderfully, wildly impersonal. And that's boundless. That's for good and for bad, for up and down, for everything. That's amazing too. Doesn't give a fuck, and it can be. I think every sort of reaction is possible to this.
Yeah, it's unpredictable.
Yeah, it's certainly not predictable, and when sometimes you feel like, okay, it's sort of resonating, and then it's not really, and sometimes you feel it's not resonating at all, and it's actually people are utterly
frustrated by it.
Yeah, I'm blown away as well. Yeah.
Was there is there a memory of when there still was that feeling of being someone, and you were searching, Frank? That how it was.
There's loads of YouTube videos anyway. So
yeah.
So there is there a memory? You see, there's an idea of a memory of wanting, of feeling like there was something to get. And there's memories of her feeling like it was horrendous, this seeking, and feeling, you see, I suppose I was a sort of a businessy man who was able to kind of get to the bottom of things, and, you know, would be industrious, let's just say, and, you know, so this was the one thing that I couldn't get to the bottom of.
Yep.
And
but you're trying to.
Oh, you fucking hell! Like it appeared like that. Yeah, the seeking was, you know, it was a sort of an earnest, maybe seeking. I don't know, but there was definitely seeking. Yeah, but beyond that, the feeling like it just was seeking would appear to happen. That's what you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have anything else to say about that. Yeah, well, it's all on YouTube, but
yeah, there are some videos, if I remember it correctly, with Kenneth, with Tony, interviewed by you back in the day, sort of speak.
Yeah, there's loads of ones where I was apparently trying to get this. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of. I mean, there's the documentary 0 and 1, and there's all those podcasts, but which have left them there. And yeah, it's funny. Like we were talking earlier about just the resonance to the an uncompromising non-dual communication, and I loved solutions, and I loved how to, and I loved, you know, all these ways and means but when it came to this, I couldn't tolerate any sort of prescription. I couldn't stand it. And I know instantly. So like the 0 and 1, it was pretty uncompromising in terms of the people that I spoke to. Yeah, it was pretty uncompromising, and I sort of had the sense of that this was like water, and I think I was saying that to Tony Parsons when I was interviewing him all those years ago, that I said the communication in a way is like water, and then the moment there's a tiny drop of dye in it, obviously you've got champagne out there, and champagne is, you know, the most wonderful spiritual theories and all that. That's like champagne for the seeking person. Whereas this communication is, you could say it's not even water, but let's just, for comparison, say it's like water. But it can get, with a tiny bit of dye in it. You know what I mean by dye or colouring?
Yeah.
It just becomes something else. So I was very much, it seemed like I was, there was a real tuned into what was uncompromising, and but seeking went on and on, apparently. That's what I used to say anyway. I used to say, well, I'm a seeker anyway, and there was an identity almost in that, you could say. I don't know, maybe it's hard to say. It's a load of bullshit, like.
We have to bleep that out. Yeah. Yeah. And then from a certain point, it was all over.
Yeah, you could say then seeking.
That's what has never started.
Yeah, you could say the whole thing just. I was thinking about it there one of the days about the words. Sorry, nothing happened. But I've heard better expressions like it's 360 degrees back to where exactly whatever is, and really it is nothing happens. So, but seeking appeared to just, and after that, then whatever. Just what there always was, yeah. So already it's too many words, isn't it? But it's the unimaginable gift that can't be given or received is nothing. But even that is always imagined, isn't it, as something, even, but because I've said the words, the unimaginable gift that can't be given or received is nothing.
Yeah, but I still want to know nothing.
I still want to know nothing, and in a way, that's lovely though, because that exposes the objectifying sense of being someone, doesn't it? It's that's something. Nothing is a thing called nothing.
Yeah,
but the best way to describe nothing, it would be to not use the word.
Yeah, just say nothing.
Say nothing. Yeah, but then the silence would be objectified. But nothing is as fucking good as it gets. You know.
Yeah.
You know, nothing happens, and then same fucking bullshit. You know, and that's it. So in a way, so you could say that it's lovely. The sort of expressions like the mountains and the rivers, or just mountains and rivers. You know, what are before being a dickhead, after being a dickhead. do you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
The chop wood, carry water sort of thing, and
because it isn't special in a way. It's identical. If there is such a thing as before, so to speak.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, indescribably different. Because that doer that seems to be there, which wasn't real to begin with, isn't, but that feeling isn't there anymore. So that's the...
I think for the paradox for this communication appearing to happen, the paradox or the dilemma is that immediately when a voice speaks, it seems like that comes from, in the normal run of the world, that when the voice speaks, it comes from a place of knowing and knowledge. Yeah. And the voice spends the whole, let's say, meetings, communications, trying to say, no, it's not, it's just about this, it's about this aliveness just appearing to happen. There's nothing knowable or whatever. The voice just appears to say. It basically does its best to combat all of that seeking energy, like that we spoke about, and that's just how it happens. And there was something, I don't know what I was going to say there exactly, but
check your script.
Maybe that's it. Like, actually, the scriptlessness of it, but the paradox, the dilemma is that the voice spends all the time trying to say that there's nothing known, but it's imagined that, of course, and so then it's imagined then when, okay, there's all these YouTube videos of Frank appearing to speak, and then suddenly Frank is appearing to talk about this.
Yeah, you finally got it.
That something happened, and now he's talking about this, and yet he spends the whole time saying, "No, nothing happened." That's what the voice appears like, and so then you could say, "Well, why hold meetings?" And sure, nobody's holding fucking meetings. There's just meetings appearing to happen.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do you do? That's it. Like, you know, it's lovely. Like that. You know, that's. There's just meetings appearing to happen. It's conversations just appears to happen, and
of course,
yeah.
NotTwo. There's no you in it.
Thanks for watching.